Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we continue with a terrific matchup in the divisional round. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. So glad you're having us in for this divisional round matchup. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Partner, playing in front of the home crowd. That is something you get when you're the #1 seed. A week off to prepare. Now a playoff game in your building. It's an age-old question. What do you think? Rest versus rust?
You know, I think if you ask the coaches, Mike, they would kind of go back and forth, but it is no question. With players, they want that #1 seed, they want that bye, and they want to be watching everybody else beat each other up. You factor in that rest. You factor in getting your legs back under you and getting some guys back, maybe who were out some previous weeks, and you're playing in front of your home crowd. That's every team's dream to start the season, and it's exactly what we got here.
So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback out of Ohio State, first-round pick Justin Fields.
Mike, I was watching the news this morning, and people were tailgating before the sun even came up. I mean, these fans have been waiting for this one since the moment they clinched home field advantage. That excitement, it's translated into a ridiculous hostile environment. I mean, it's clear the support of this entire city right now falls behind this team, and with that comes a lot of pressure. If he's going to lead his team to the championship game, he has to stay level-headed through this chaos. Because if he's able to do that here, I really like their chances of playing next Sunday.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. One of the Steelers has it. And he's going to score. Do you believe this start? Opening minute of the game. Fumble recovery and a touchdown. And that is the dream start for this defense on the opening drive. They get the first points of the game for their team.
You know, Mike, every team, they have an opening drive script. So what it is, it's the plays they feel best at.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Jets nothing.
(7-0) is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Let's see if they can bounce back from the early mistake. That fumble a moment ago returned. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go. Good.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, Snot. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That one complete to Moore. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Right.
Fields now. Good blocking, and he's in. Justin Fields. Touchdown, New York. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He's got it. And the Jets will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
After talking to him the other day, it seems like he's really embracing this moment, Mike. I mean, he said something along the lines of playing with the pressure that comes with the playoffs is a privilege, and I couldn't agree more. Not everyone gets the opportunity to play on this stage. So when you have these types of moments, you really have to take advantage of them and just go for it. If the rest of the team can match that mindset, I think they got a good shot today to lead with a win.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's over the middle and intercepted. He gets free. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, so they come to the line for first down and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Steelers first down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And try as he might, he will not get back to that line of scrimmage. They will force him out for a loss.
Mike, these are the plays that on the stat sheet, the offensive lineman look at the quarterback a little sideways. He has a chance to just throw that ball out of bounds, but instead, he takes it out of bounds himself, and that goes on the stat sheet as a sack.
The second down throw is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that
went just a short pickup there to the 35. Look him up on a second down and 8. They'll look to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he is going to be out of bounds. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here now, second down and goal. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Third and goal. He'll look to throw. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Extra point attempt, still to come. He knocks it through, and the Steelers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense ready for this next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields to throw. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Here we go. Sit high.
Give up the middle with Hall. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
Here we go. Sit high. Sit high.
To throw is Fields. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
That's good for a Jets.
Here we go. Sit high.
Fields. He'll run again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. It is 3rd and 10.
Here we go, son. Sit high.
Back to throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And that'll set up 4th down. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Taking off. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. And even 30 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30.
Recognizing the blitz is just process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Quick throw here is complete. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well. 1 quarter in the books in this AFC divisional playoff. Now it is 1st and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. Marked down at the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. That one is good. And the Steelers move out in front. The new score, 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Second down and 8.
Here we go.
Throwing is Fields. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
By Alex Highsmith. A 4-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 13.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. You good? All right.
Now, Fields. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
That is fielded at the 13. And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. The Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Here we go. Tonight. Tonight.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Don't jump. Ready? Out.
They will run it over center with Hall. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here we go.
Now it's a bootleg with Fields. That's caught left side by Burton. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Now Fields. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, New York. Riker now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and Christian McCaffrey getting set for their next possession. Trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryermuth. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Now, faking the give. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. And the Jets have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield. Fields now to throw on 1st down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Play action now for Fields. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Here we go.
Trying the left side, here's Hall. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be taken down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment.
11.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal.
Go.
Here's Field. No chance at all. He'll go down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack.
He is in. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Jets. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jets add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. Now they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. The Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Gets this away, and it's a good one. Angling toward the sideline. The Jets offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down.
Here we go, side. Side.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Now he'll run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush. And that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Here we go. The 40-yard line.
Side.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Good.
At their 48-yard line.
To throw is Fields. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. So they send in Will Reichard for this field goal try. This one from 47 yards out. And this is blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder. Snapper to be able to all work in unison, and it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
He'll let this go for Pickens. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get it back to you two in just a moment. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Joe Burrow, a touchdown pass in the victory. We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. 1st and 10. They put Pickens in motion. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Off he goes. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Back to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. On play action, he'll... Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league...
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Fields. Quick throw, taken in. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now, Fields. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll run. This is Hall. And he gets this up close to the 40. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Fields to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on 3rd down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the first down.
The visitors' offense. And they're running back, set to go once more. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. He's got it! Inside the 20. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. This one caught just past the pylon. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion works. And the lead is up to 3.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. To throw is Fields. He'll get that to Wilson.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They go play action with Fields. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. They'll try the right side with Hall. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Another run here with Hall. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Jets will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Again for McCaffrey running right. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only do they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make.
And this one is blocked. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. Down the right sideline. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Steelers. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. He is met and dropped. Good defense, loss of a couple on that play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's going to keep it himself. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
It's 1st down, and it's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On the run, here's Hall. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That one on target to Moore. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. To throw is Fields. Right back to Moore, another grab. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Off the play action, here's Fields. Now he takes off.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Second down, it's Fields. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go,
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. They give to Hall. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets him down to about the 4-yard line. They'll run. It's Hall. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with McCaffrey. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short. He'll look to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it's going to be 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. That's a Steeler 1st down. Back to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down. Now, 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with first down. It is 2nd down and 5. Now, Fields. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. McCaffrey. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Now McCaffrey. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of first.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's going to be caught. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with McCaffrey. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Steelers will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Fields. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. There's that man again. Another catch. Here's 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They're able to do something that not easy to do. Get a win away from home in the playoffs. For their troubles, they've got a date next Sunday in the conference championship game. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log